Hello everyone, this is Sujata Sharma, Assistant Professor of Zoology from Government College Chichrauli. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic in phylum Porifera, that is canal system in sponges. So before I elaborate canal system in sponges, let's talk about certain basic features of phylum Porifera. Now what are these basic features? As you all know, sponges are the members of phylum Porifera. Porifera means they are pore-bearing animals. They have pores all over the body and these pores are called dermal ostia. They are sedentary, means they are attached to substratum. These are aquatic animals found only in water, whether fresh water or it is marine water. And since they are sedentary and found in water, so they are dependent on water current for their survival. Rather, their basic needs and the entire physiology, it depends on the circulation of water current. And that is why these unique organisms, they have evolved a very unique system for circulating water in their body. Yes, this system we are calling it canal system, another characteristic feature of phylum Porifera. Now, what is canal system? As I told you, the sponges are dependent upon water current for their survival. So this system is somewhat unique. We are also calling it water circulatory system, or it is also called aquiferous system. As I told you, it is characteristic feature of phylum Porifera and this enable them to perform their basic physiological activities, not only nutrition but respiration, excretion and even reproduction that involve exchange of gametes. It is done through this canal system. So first of all, let's talk about what are the components of canal system. Basically, canal system is made up of ostia. There are present canals in the body, incurrent canal, radial canals, excurrent canals, a spacious cavity in the center, spongocoel, and an opening at the top, it is called osculum. So these are basic components. So very first component, if I say what are ostia? Already I told you porifera consists of pores on the body. So these multiple pores on the bodies of sponges, we call them ostia. Ostia allow them to take in the water current, and because they work like entry for the water current, so they are surrounded by special cells you can see in the diagram. These special cells called as myocytes. Myo means they are contractile cells and these contractile cells enable them to open and get closed. So ostia are surrounded by myocytes, the contractile cells by which they can take in the water current. These cells enable ostia to get open and get closed. So presence of ostia or dermal ostia, which we simply called as pores, it gives this phylum its unique name Porifera. So if we see the general body plan, you can find on the surface of body minute openings, ostia, singular is ostium, which are opening into a spacious cavity called spongocoel, and this spongocoel then further goes outside, it opens to outside by a broad opening at the top called osculum. Osculum is also surrounded by myocytes which serve as sphincter to get it open and get closed. So this is general body plan of a sponge. I told you apart from ostia, sponges also contain number of canals. These canals, already told you, incurrent, radial and excurrent canals. If I say regarding incurrent canals are nothing but these are certain structures, certain canals which are formed by invagination of body wall. These canals are non-flagellated because they are lined by flat cells called pinacocytes and they are communicating with adjacent canals that we called as radial canals through the minute openings which we called as prosopiles. You can find these canals in this diagram. Just see, incurrent canal which is blind, that is closed at one end. They are formed by invagination, that is ingrowth of the body wall, and they are opening to outside through a pore membrane. See on the pore membrane, ostium is seen surrounded by myocyte which enable it to open and get closed. So incurrent canals are there to receive the water current through ostia. That is why we call them incurrent canals. Second type of canals, it is radial canals. If I say regarding these canals are made up of flagellated structures, and those flagellated structures are called choanocytes. We also call them collar cells. Choanocytes or collar cells, these are characteristic feature of phylum Porifera. So radial canals are lined by choanocytes, and unlike incurrent canals, these are formed by evagination, that is outgrowth of the body wall. They are communicating with the next canal, that is to the excurrent canal, by another openings called apopiles or internal ostia. So if we see one more picture, just you see in the picture that there is second type of canal. We are pointing with the help of arrow. This canal is radial canal formed by evagination, that is outgrowth of the body wall. See the lining, they are covered by choanocytes, the flagellated collar cells, and their flagella beat to circulate the water current, and they are communicating with incurrent canal by this aperture which is shown by a downward arrow. This narrow channel we are calling it prosopile. Next type of canal, I told you these are excurrent canals. Excurrent canals are present just below the radial canals, and they are also covered by flat pinacocytes on their inner lining. They are communicating with spongocoel, the spacious cavity in the center, by gastric ostia. And already I told you spongocoel is a cavity found in the sponge body. It is also covered by non-flagellated pinacocytes, and this spongocoel then further communicate to outside through an opening called osculum, which I already showed you in the basic body plan of a sponge. So if I show you another picture, then you can find out that excurrent canals, these are present below the radial canals. This aperture shown by this arrow, we are calling it apopyle. This aperture is there to connect radial canal with excurrent canal. So three types of canals are there. Already I told you, incurrent, radial, excurrent canal. Dermal pores or ostia are there. Spongocoel is there and osculum is there. These are basic components of canal system. Now let's talk about what are the types of canal system. If I say regarding types of canal system, there are three types of canal system found in sponges. The very first one, asconoid, second syconoid, and third is leuconoid canal system. What is asconoid canal system? Asconoid is the most simplest type. It is the system which is found in primitive sponges. You can see in the diagram. In this diagram you can find that sponge body, its body wall is unfolded, and due to unfolding of body wall, no canals are seen. Dermal ostia are there, but they are communicating directly with the spongocoel, and spongocoel is covered, it is lined by flagellated collar cells. So we called it as Ascon type canal system, and it is commonly found in primitive sponges like Leucosolenia. So if I say regarding course of water current, the water current, it will enter from ostia, it will go to spongocoel and then come to outside through osculum. So very simple route of water current occurs in asconoid. Now the second type of canal system is syconoid canal system. This system is more complex as compared to asconoid canal system. You can see in the picture. Here you can find body wall undergoes folding, and folding of body wall result in the formation of various kind of canals. That I told you already, three types of canals are there. So this system is somewhat more elaborated than Ascon type, and it is commonly found in syconoid sponges such as Scypha or Sycon. If I say further, this syconoid canal system has three grades: grade 1, grade 2 and grade 3. In grade 1 canal system, in grade 1 syconoid canal system, there are present only radial canals which develop by evagination of the body wall. They are free from each other, rather they are surrounded by water on all the sides. So they receive water directly from ostia. There is no incurrent canal and no excurrent canals even. And radial canals are connected directly to spongocoel through internal ostia. So this is the simplest type, which we called as grade 1 cyconoid canal system. So water current, if I say in grade 1 system, it enters sponge body through ostia, goes to radial canal, then goes to internal ostia, finally to spongocoel, and then to outside through osculum. In grade 2 cyconoid canal system, now there occur thickening of mesohyal or mesenchyme layer. Mesohyal or mesenchyme layer is present in between pinacoderm and choanoderm. So mesenchyme layer get thickened, and that thickening of mesenchyme layer give rise to dermal and gastral cortex. And these thickenings result in the formation of canals over there. Incurrent canals are formed in dermal cortex, while excurrent canals are formed in the gastral cortex. Excurrent canals, they are communicating radial canals and spongocoel. And one more thing, they develop connections like apopyle, which further connect radial canals with excurrent canal. So this system is grade 2 cyconoid canal system, where dermal and gastral cortex develop, the various canals get developed, and even prosopyle and apopyle are clearly visible. It is very commonly seen in cycon or Scypha. The third kind of grade, it is grade 3. Grade 3 is somewhat more elaborated. In grade 3 cyconoid canal system, dermal cortex become more and more thick, and due to thickening of dermal cortex, incurrent canals become long, narrow, and even get branched. If I say Grentia, the most common example showing grade 3 cyconoid canal system. So after grade 1, 2 and 3 cyconoid canal system, let's talk about the another one, the third, the most complicated one. It is leuconoid canal system. Let me tell you, in esconoid and cyconoid canal system, there occur regular symmetry in the sponge body. But in leuconoid canal system, due to more and more elaboration, sometime sponge body become irregularly symmetrical, it become irregularly shaped. So in leuconoid canal system, if I say, it is highermost level, and there occur further folding of the body wall of the cycon type of canal system. Very common example, leuconoid system is found in spongilla, and already I told you, due to complexity of canal system, radial symmetry is lost, and this provide irregular shape or irregular symmetry to the sponge body. So if we discuss the features of leuconoid canal system, let me tell you, this is highly complicated system. Here sponge wall become highly thickened, and mesenchyme or mesohyal layer, it form extensive dermal and gastral cortex. Ostia, they open into incurrent canal either directly or through hypodermal spaces. And very important feature, spongocoel either become narrow or it may be absent altogether. Radial canals, if I say, they are changed to form small flagellated chambers which are present in clusters. Then next feature, if I say, these again flagellated chambers are lined by choanocytes because they are the collar cells and they are meant for circulation of water current, but the flagellated chambers appear spherical or round in shape. Incurrent canals, they open into flagellated chambers again through prosopyle. Flagellated chambers communicate with the excurrent canal through apopyle, and spongocoel is either reduced or absent, already I told you. One more feature, here excurrent canals, if spongocoel is absent, they will join to form excurrent spaces that open to outside by osculum. So this system is highly complicated, and further it has 4 grades. If I say grades of leuconoid canal system, it is Eurypylus grade, then prosodal type leuconoid canal system, then aphodal. The fourth one is diplodal, and a very unique leuconoid canal system is called as Regon canal system. So let's discuss these grades one by one. The very first one, Eurypylus leuconoid canal system. It is the simplest of all the 5 that I described, and it is the most primitive of leuconoid canal system present in the sponges. Here flagellated chambers, they communicate with the excurrent canal through broad apertures that we called as apopiles. And one more interesting feature over here, the flagellated chambers, they are wide and thimble shaped. So this kind of system is somewhat primitive of all the 5 types I told you. If I say the very common example, it is found in Lucilia. And the say water current route, it will start from ostia. From ostia, water will goes into subdermal or hypodermal spaces. As I told you, just over incurrent canals, hypodermal spaces develop and they are formed by thickening of dermal cortex. So water will go from ostias to hypodermal spaces, then incurrent canals, then prosopile, it will go to flagellated chambers, and through apopyle it will go to excurrent canals. From excurrent canals, water will go to excurrent spaces which carry it outside through osculum. Second type of leuconoid canal system, it is prosodal type. In prosodal type of leuconoid canal system, as the name indicate, there occur formation of a tubular passage that connects flagellated chambers to incurrent canals, and that passage is called prosodus. So here again chambers are small and rounded, but due to formation of prosodus, a tubular connection, we are calling it prosodal type of leuconoid canal system. Third one, again chambers communicate with excurrent canal through apopyle. And regarding the course of water current, starts from ostia, water will go to subdermal or hypodermal spaces, then comes to incurrent canal, then it goes to prosodus which carry it to flagellated chambers, then through apopyle water goes to excurrent canal, and finally to excurrent spaces, osculum, which carry it to outside. Third type of leuconoid canal system, we are calling it aphodal type. Just you see the picture. In aphodal type, there occur formation of a tubular canal called aphodus. Apopiles are converted to aphodus, and aphodus connects flagellated chambers with the excurrent canals. If I say the route of water current, again it starts from ostia, subdermal or hypodermal spaces, incurrent canal, prosopile, then goes to flagellated chambers, then water passes through aphodus and finally comes to excurrent canals, which leads to excurrent spaces and goes out through. So next system will be diplodal type of leuconoid canal system. In this canal system, there occur formation of prosodus as well as aphodus. You can find there are tubular passages, prosodus, which connect incurrent canal to radial canals, that is to flagellated chambers, and aphodus, which connect flagellated chambers to excurrent canal. So if I say regarding route of water current, water here, it will enter through ostia, pass through hypodermal spaces, then incurrent canals, then prosodus. Through prosodus, it will go to flagellated chambers. From here, it will pass through aphodus, then goes to excurrent canal, and finally through excurrent spaces, it will go out through osculum. So Oscarelle is the example which has diplodal type of leuconoid canal system. Now there is one more type of leuconoid canal system that we called as Regon type of leuconoid canal system. Actually this type of canal system, it is found in larva, Regon larva of Demospongiae, and due to presence in Regon larva, we are calling it Regon type of leuconoid canal system. Regon larva has a broad base and a conical shape. Due to broad base and pointed apex, it has a conical shape, and just you see it has a single osculum at the top. Very clearly it is shown in the picture. The basal wall of Regon, we are calling it hyposphere, which do not have flagellated chambers, while the upper wall, which bear oval flagellated chambers are there, we call it spongiosphere. So hyposphere is the basal wall without flagellated chambers, and the upper side walls, the vertical walls, we call them spongiosphere, which bear oval flagellated chambers. If we further elaborate this Regon type of system, you can find the diagram. Again in the picture you can see the conical shape of sponge, broad base, upper pointed apex, then ostia opens into hypodermal spaces. Then there are flagellated chambers which are connected to hypodermal spaces by prosopile, and then to central reduced spongiocele through apopyle. So Further features if I discuss in detail, in Regon type, I told you mesohyal or mesenchyme, it become extensively thick and that result in the formation of subdermal spaces in the body wall. Ostia open in these spaces and which further leads to incurrent canal. Incurrent canal then have prosopiles which communicate with the flagellated chambers lined by collar cells or choanocytes. The flagellated chambers through apopyle open into excurrent canal which further leads into spongocele and spongocele opens to outside by osculum. Incurrent and excurrent canal, they may be complex and branched in this system. So this is fifth type of leuconoid canal system. We are calling it Regon type. So we have discussed all the three levels of canal system: esconoid, syconoid, leuconoid. Leuconoid, further it was of 5 types: uripilus, prosodal, aphodal. Now let's compare the various types of canal systems we have done so far. We have done 3 types of canal systems, basically esconoid, syconoid and leuconoid. Regarding their features, first feature is body wall. We have seen in esconoid it was unfolded, but in syconoid and leuconoid systems the body wall was folded. Second feature, that is regarding development of mesenchyme or mesohyal layer. In esconoid system it was thin and showed feeble development, but in syconoid it got thickened and well developed. In leuconoid you have seen it was highly thickened and also showed well development. Thirdly, dermal and gastral cortex. The mesenchyme layer, it will not form dermal and gastral cortex in esconoid system as it is thin over there. It has poor development. But in syconoid and leuconoid system, it will form dermal layer as well as gastral cortex. So both dermal and gastral cortex are seen in syconoid and leuconoid canal system. Then regarding ostia and their communication, in esconoid we have seen no canals were there. So ostia were opening directly into spongocele due to absence of any of the canal. In syconoid we have seen ostia either open into radial canal or incurrent canal. In grade 1 we saw it was directly opening into radial canals as radial canals were surrounded by water on all the sides. But in grade 2 and grade 3 of syconoid system, it was opening into incurrent canal. In leuconoid also, ostia opens into incurrent canal, but just over incurrent canal, hypodermal spaces are developed due to thickening of mesenchyme. So ostia opens into incurrent canal through hypodermal spaces in leuconoid canal system. If we move further, for further comparison, now the next feature we can compare regarding radial canals. Again in esconoid system, radial canals were altogether absent because it was the simplest one. In syconoid, radial canals were present and they were formed by evagination of body wall and they were covered by choanocytes all over their inner lining. In leuconoid we saw that radial canals were there, but now they have changed to form, they get folded to form small round flagellated chambers, and these chambers were also covered by choanocytic layer or layer of collar cells. Sixth feature we can compare regarding spongocele. Spongocele is again a cavity which is very large in esconoid and it was completely lined by choanocyte due to absence of canals over there. In syconoid system, spongocele become narrow and now it is lined by flat cells. The flat cells we called as pinacocyte. But in leuconoid system we have seen either spongocele become obliterated, it becomes narrow, or it was altogether absent. Next, if we compare level of complexity, esconoid I told you it is the most simplest one. Syconoid it is moderate. It is complex than esconoid, but in comparison to leuconoid, the complexity level is low. So syconoid is more complex than esconoid canal system, and highly complicated we have seen it is leuconoid canal system. Finally, if I say regarding body form or symmetry of sponges which possess these systems. So in esconoid system, sponges have radial symmetry and they retain vase-like shape of their body. In cyconoid, they again have radial symmetry and again sponges retained vase-like form of the body. But in leuconoid system, due to highly complicated level, highly complex structure, sponges, they lost radial symmetry and they become irregularly shaped. So, canal system, it has a great impact on symmetry as well as the organization of entire sponge body. Regarding occurrence, if I say, it is found only in few sponges, that is asconoid system, because it is simplest one, mostly seen in primitive sponges. Very common example, it is leucosolenia. But if I say regarding cyconoid, it is found in large number of sponges. We have seen grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 level, and which was seen in Scypha and Grentia. And leuconoid, it is found in majority of sponges. Very common example, Oscarella and Spongilla. Leuconoid, we saw 5 levels were there. Even Regon type we have seen found in Demospongia class. So this is comparison of canal systems found in number of sponges. So you can see canal system, it is the basic requirement of sponge body, and without this they are not able to survive. And that is the reason that these all members of phylum Porifera, they have developed their body as per requirement for the circulation of water current, and that is why they evolved this special system called as canal system. So let me tell you why this system why it is present in sponges. Already I told you this is characteristic feature of phylum Porifera. So what is the significance? I told you in the beginning of my lecture that sponges are sedentary. They can't move from one place to another. So their physiological needs, their basic needs are entirely dependent upon canal system. When canal system is operational, but obvious, it will help in circulation of water current, and that circulation of water current helps in nutrition. Food particles enter through the canal system and the waste is given out by the cells. That is, egestion is also possible through the outgoing current of water. Not only this, there occur respiratory gas exchange. Oxygen is delivered by water current which enters body through canal system, and CO2 is given out through the outgoing current of water. Excretion is also done. Metabolic waste released by every cell. Ammonia is released by every cell in the outgoing current of water which carries it outside through the osculum. And even transport of gametes. Sponges, because they are showing cross fertilization, so there occur exchange of sperms. Though they are bisexual, but there occur exchange of sperms, and that transfer of gametes is possible only due to this canal system. So we can see canal system is of paramount importance. It is highly important for survival of sponge, their basic needs, and moreover for the entire physiological functioning. So this is all about this topic. Thank you for listening this my lecture, and all the best to everyone. Thank you so much.